remember meeting Don's mom and dad for the first time at Audrey and Shell's. The time we had picnics outside and the meals, fantastic, inside. Inside the old log house. The rides the kids had on Lady the Horse, Verona. I remember the church services that were held in the years on the farm, in the yard on the farm. We all took part in the service with singing, playing instruments, and the like. I also remember sleeping upstairs in the log cabin and the bats that we encountered. The best memory of all is Grandma's cooking on the old cook stove. Meals never tasted better.
Actually, it doesn't say that. We've got to talk to the author of this one. Cheryl. It was Cheryl. Actually, she said meals never tasted good. I don't think she meant I think she meant, she left out the as. Tasted as good.
Better leave now.
I first met Opal in 1975 when I started deer hunting with her son Don. During the week, Don and I would visit Grandma, and she always had a fine dinner prepared. Between the visits to Grandma's apartment and the time spent with Don on the old farm, I learned to respect and admire Leonard's and Opal's accomplishments. Gratefully, Greg Haney. Haney, right? Haney. Sorry, Greg. I remember sitting on the wood box by the kitchen stove just to be near Mother while she was working around the kitchen. I remember the smell of her starched apron when she hugged me. I remember sitting on her lap frequently, even when I was grown up. That's Carolyn.
Mother, you have always given so much to your family. Love, patience, energy, and understanding. You showed me that dreams are not impossible. There was no money for college, but you contacted Dr. Hobson at Bemidji. He found the job for room and board, and I began to see how new horizons. You have been a good role model for me. I love you, Audrey. I remember how you made it possible for each of us to attend high school and college. How each year you would arrange for a place for us to stay in town for the school year. Your counsel and guidance has affected many lives in your children and your grandchildren, and everyone loves you. Love, Ken. Dear Grandma, when we first met after partridge hunting, you put on a good spread, including my first ever canned beef. 36 years later, you are still good to me. Nice to know somebody like you for 36 years, but even better to have you for a relative. Great to have a relative that is so appreciative and has such a positive attitude. Love, Chow.
You were always special to us. You and Uncle Leonard, you were so far away and we knew of you only through the letters. Then you came to visit us once on our farm. You brought a canned fish and enjoyed our strawberries since you said you couldn't grow them in Minnesota. You were always such a gracious hostess when we came to visit you with your sweet smile and always so interested in all of us. You always had pretty flowers. We're so proud of your family, showed us their pictures. You are a dear, lovely lady. And we're delighted to help you celebrate your special day with our love and best wishes, Dorothy and Don Wyant. And this one says, we came to see her 2 times. We saw the headwaters with Aunt Opal. We saw Paul Bunyan. Guess who that's from? That's from Jane. I can remember playing in the hayloft and jumping into the dusty hay. Also sleeping upstairs and listening to the rain pitter-patter on the tar roof, doing flips over the end of the bed headboard, putting on our talent shows. Remember watching Grandpa chopping the ice in the horse trough and seeing him do it and hearing the sound seconds later. Sandy Hain. I got it right that time.
My earliest memories of Mother and are her warm hospitality, good homemade buns, excellent meals, a constant welcome, and steady interest and support for what we were doing. I remember her justified disappointment in me the time we accompanied them on a trip to Iowa. I was busy taking pictures of old portraits for her till we got to the end of our stay in Iowa, and I discovered my camera was not working. But I think she has forgiven me because she still is as gracious to me as she ever was. Ted.
I remember Grandma wearing heavy pants, long-sleeved plaid shirt, and bandana around her head, shocking up hay on some of the hottest days of the year. The smell of baking bread always brings back memories of Grandma's kitchen and the great rolls she always made along with a week's worth of bread. Kathy Stromer. That's it, huh?
There's something else.
I have something for my mom.
Oh, great.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
My mother wrote this. Her name is Judith Robinson. It's for my mother-in-law, Opal Robinson, on the occasion of her 90th birthday. You asked for something from each of us, Mother, so I'm sending you a story and poetry sampler. These are a few of the things I've written during the past few years. In them is expressed hope, despair, joy, grief, and love, the threads from which a life is woven. Love, Judith. This poem is entitled, Of Children and Grandchildren. I love children who like laps better than their beds, and look with love through closing eyes, and lay them down on shoulders with their little heads, who cuddle into curve of arm and know somehow they'll safely sleep, no fear of harm, whose soft and slurpy kisses get my face all wet, whose hugging takes my breath away. An unloving child? I haven't known one yet.
Thank you. Now we'll give you all a chance to we'll give you all a chance to get in on this, because I'm a camp director, and at camp we do a lot of sing-alongs. So some of us have been doing some singing, and most of us have just been sitting around looking and listening. Now you get a chance to take a part. This song is based on one of the Proverbs, and I think it fits Opal real well. It's the part of Proverbs, the proverb that speaks of, well, it says, we rise up and call her blessed. And it's speaking about womanhood, and speaking about motherhood, speaking about being a wife, and she has been all of those things. A fine woman, a fine wife, a wonderful mother, grandmother. And so this song is especially for her this evening, and it's a song we can learn, and the chorus at least, we can sing along. The chorus goes like this. We rise up and call her blessed, this rise up and call her blessed. That's not hard to remember. This gem, this treasure of life. At Bible camp, we have to repeat after the person who says it. Let's start over. We rise up and call her blessed. This gem, this treasure of life. And we thank the Lord for his gift to the earth. Of woman, mother, wife. Okay, let's try the chorus again, then I'll sing the verses and you can join in with me on the chorus. We rise up and call her blessed, this gem, this treasure of life, and we thank the Lord for his gift to the earth of woman, mother, wife. In her we had our beginning, in her arms we knew our first love, in her daily care we became aware of God and his grace from above. We rise up and call her blessed, this gem, this treasure of life, and we thank the Lord for his gift to the earth of woman, mother, wife. Her hands are strong in their labors, with more than needle and a pan, but they're gentle too in the things they do to comfort the child and the man.